technology evolve in the classroom. So there will be some new modes of instruction, and there will be some new tools, as you put it. But the job of the classroom instructor is going to still be largely the same. It's going to be motivating, engaging those students, conveying that knowledge and context, helping them understand the bigger picture, the concepts that are timeless, the theories that are timeless. I think that's all going to be the same. It's just how we do it may change at the margins a little bit.
So much is contingent, in history. We just, one way to make a historian go crazy is tell him something was inevitable. And then we drill that as it's not inevitable. And
People matter?
Yes, and the decisions people are going to make matter. And I think, teaching, I think you're absolutely right. Technology will change, the basic task will be the same, in terms of the mental sort of connecting with the students, interacting with their minds. The questions, I think, that can go one way or can go another are, will the liberal arts, will humanities continue to be valued? Mm-hmm. They should be. If they aren't, society would be poorer for it. But I think that's a question. Will they be valued by institutions? Will they be valued by parents and by employers? And will they be valued enough by students as they come in? Undoubtedly should be. I think we know what the answers ought to be. Right. And if things go as they should, we know what they will be. But then, one thing about history, we find out that they don't always go the way they should. We hope that they will.
Growing up, Pearl Harbor for me, I knew what Pearl Harbor was because we studied history books, but we had 2 paragraphs, maybe 3. And it was also, it was featured prominently on an episode of the Brady Bunch for about 5 minutes. So that was Pearl Harbor. For me, for the students today, Pearl Harbor means even less.
Right.
And so being able to take students to Hawaii and to go to the site of Pearl Harbor on a private tour, and it's being led by the second in command of the Pacific Fleet. Mm-hmm. So he took us up. Now he dressed in his all whites because that's the place of honor.
Yeah.
For him to walk there and to the memorial with my students, and for him just to point out how that played out that day on the boat, was moving for him. He had real emotions, and he had some tears in his eyes. But it was moving for my students to be able to experience history, and to to see it from a perspective they never would have gained. Mm-hmm. And it's definitely not covered in the Pearl Harbor put out by Disney. Sure. But it's a Pearl Harbor that they'll never forget. So I always liked that moment. We got on the boat, we went there, and we spent 15 minutes, 20 minutes, mm-hmm. and then we got back on the boat, and they were completely changed.
Right.
And that's what I think a trip or even a good class does for our students. We put them there, we give them the ride, but when they come back, they should be different individuals, and they should be prepared to live richer lives.
Yeah.